Chinese spy balloon over central USA will be in U.S. airspace for a few days, Pentagon says. This is a February 3rd story, so it's an older story. So Defense Department spokesperson Brigadier General Pat Ryder said Friday that the Chinese surveillance balloon hovering over the U.S. has moved into a central part of the country, but declined to get into specifics. No problem. The balloon is currently flying about 60,000 feet above sea level, higher than civilian aircraft. The Biden administration has condemned the presence of a China surveillance aircraft in the U.S. airspace as a violation of U.S. sovereignty, but nothing happens, okay? Same day, Trump says, shoot down the balloon, okay? President Trump on Friday called for the U.S. to shoot down the suspected China's high-altitude surveillance balloon that had been spotted flying over different states in the recent days. Shoot down the balloon, Trump posted on his Truth Social. Office of Naval Intelligence veteran Human Events senior editor Jack Bosobiec agreed with former President assessment, writing, "You shoot down the balloon and launch bombers from Guam. That's what you do when homeland is threatened." Stephen Miller, Trump's former senior advisor for policy and White House director of speechwriting, blamed current President Joe Biden's weakness for the decision to not shoot down the balloon. Okay. So then this continues. U.S. military shoots down Chinese spy balloon over Atlantic Ocean. The U.S. military shot it down while the balloon was off the coast of South Carolina. The balloon was shot down by U.S. military fighter jet on Saturday afternoon. Senior defense officials said during a Thursday afternoon briefing that the U.S. government is confident the surveillance balloon is from the People's Republic of China. Senior U.S. officials said that the government was considering a plan to shoot the balloon down while it's over the Atlantic, where it wouldn't harm any individuals on the ground. The official added that the U.S. government could potentially recover the balloon. And then there's even comments about the fact that China wasn't happy that we shot it down.
They got
Did
mad.
you see that story? Where why would you shoot down the balloon?
Yeah, they said that they might even take action against us because we shot down their spy balloon over our country.
Well, we also can't seem to be able to get a straight answer about whether we in some way were able to jam their transfer of information back to China. We don't know the answer to that.
Exactly.
Did they end up picking up the balloon? They said they were going to try to do that when they shot it down.
Like the recovery effort.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they did, but what I fail to grasp and understand is they monitor everything. It left over an ocean. If you wanted to knock it down, that's where you knock it down, is over that ocean, not the Pacific.
Before it starts.
Before it's starting. So you're basically giving people the green light. Come and spy. And I don't believe the whole rhetoric of, well, we were monitoring it. They weren't really looking at certain things that we didn't want to. It stopped over Great Falls, Montana, right over a nuclear missile base. I'm not stupid. I don't think the people are stupid, but the way that they spin it, it's trust us. Nothing. We don't want to blow up a balloon because we don't know what's going to fall out of it. We're letting it come over. But who knows what could have been on it? Who knows? It could have had a bomb. It could have had anything on it. We have no idea. China's pushing the envelope because they know, and you mentioned it, Roger, from the Afghanistan withdrawal, we have no idea what we're doing. Biden kind of invited Russia to attack Ukraine when he said, a minor incursion wouldn't be, we would tolerate that. He basically gave them the green light. And now something like this, nobody respects us when it comes to defense, and they don't respect Joe Biden. I think it's showing when they pull off stunts like this.
It's a test. I think it's a test. I don't think you can shoot down the balloon in international, airspace. Mm-hmm. But as soon as it was over U.S. sovereign territory, boom, we had an obligation to act. And then just the more the days stretched out, and the whole country is like
recording, get on their phone.
And there's more balloon memes than you can ever see.
Yeah, they took over the egg memes.
If you were to give it, because you said it's a test, if you were to give the Biden administration a grade on how they responded to that test, what would that grade be?
It would be an F. Okay. It would be F because they waited so long. Yeah. I think you have to move immediately on those things. And if it turns out to be true that there were balloons over U.S. territory during the Trump presidency, and that some in the military didn't tell the president or the SecDef because they feared that he would do exactly that.
Wow.
That's a real problem.
I think also, especially if you're saying like it's a test, what if they're trying to see how much they can do while still getting away from it? So if they were to do something finally, then the boundary is already drawn so far out that they'd get a further head start in a sense before we react. Because now it's like, they can go over our airspace, they can do all this other stuff without us really giving a reaction. So then you've kind of drawn the lines there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, there's two things, okay? One is you go to a place and to measure someone's toughness and to measure someone's. The other, I did a poll. Would you rather be respected, feared, admired, and then there was another one, loved, right? And for whatever reason, respected was number one, 55%. I think feared was number 3 or something like that, to see those 3 again. Respected, feared, admired, and loved, right? Which, by the way, in a life, like a regular person just living a life, they're probably wanting to be respected, right? Which makes sense. But if you're a world leader, you want to be feared where people don't do anything. You're at a bar. You're sitting with your girl. You have a reputation. Your girl's beautiful. So if a guy totally fears you and respects you, doesn't even talk to your girl to come and say anything to her, right? If a guy's trying to see maybe you're okay with it, he'll come and be friendly with your girl. But if she comes and says to you, hey, do you mind if I dance salsa with your girl? He doesn't think you care if he dances salsa. Now, to some people, like, that's not a big deal if somebody asks to dance salsa with your girl. What China's doing right now is saying, I don't think he's going to mind. Just put the balloon out there. They're not going to do anything. They're going to take their time, and they're going to think about it because they don't want to make the wrong decision. So, the whole thing that indecision is more worse than actually making a decision. So this was a sign of indecision. We were afraid of making a decision and then seeing like the other side's going to come after us. No, you got to call the shots. Can you put the Yahoo article I just sent you on top right, second one?
So, Pat, Kamala Harris would be China. Kamala Harris's husband kissing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what that would be.
That's exactly what I'm saying to you.
No, you're right.
So watch it. It's a Yahoo story. So go to the top so we can see it's a Yahoo story. So this is a Yahoo story. If you can just go up a little bit. Yeah. China is mad at the U.S. for blasting its suspected spy balloon. But a few years ago, state TV bragged its fighter pilots could shoot one down. Okay, so again, China's mad. A 2020 Chinese state TV clip showed off how fighter pilots could shoot down surveillance balloons. The video shows a pilot tracking and shooting a balloon during an apparent training exercise. China said on Monday that the U.S. shooting down a suspected Chinese balloon was unacceptable. China is upset at the U.S. shot down the balloon. TV got it. The video in China got it. In the video, an alarm bell prompts a fighter pilot to prepare and board a fighter jet and appears to be the Chinese J-10, a multi-role, got it. A CCTV narrated action saying that loading missiles, powering up, checking the fuel, what is the word right there? The fuselage and other procedures were all completed quickly. So if you can go a little lower to see who said they were upset about the fact that the supervising command organized, judged, high surveillance, the CCTV, the white balloon exploded in the launch. So they're explaining what happened to it. So who are these guys to say you're upset that we shot down your balloon?
Yeah.
What do you mean you're upset? And who gives you the audacity to even say something like that? They can, we're upset that you shot down the balloon. What makes you think we care?
Yeah.
What makes you think we care about your opinion, whether we shot it down or not? Who's the priority?
I think it is?
Our relationship with you or protecting the safety of our citizens? Are you out of your mind when you make a comment like this? But the audacity to even say something like
they just
that.
Don't care.
That's why.
But I don't think they can do that under strong leadership.
Absolutely.
I don't think you can even make a comment like that.
No.
You know what happened? But you know what would happen within 24 hours? Oh, really? No problem. 25% tariffs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Say that one more time to us, because without us, China, when you were not even a top 10 economy in the world just 50 years ago, when your former friend came and struck the deal with those guys back in whatever the 60s was, you wouldn't even exist on what you did. You needed the help of a smaller nation, more powerful economy to help you realize that capitalism works, to be able to compete with everybody else. Now you want to talk to these guys like this? America helped these guys turn into what they are today, and now they're flipping it and saying, hey, you disrespected us. It's an insult. Okay, so if you enjoyed this clip, you want to see another one, click here to watch another clip. And if you want to take advantage of the latest Gold Signature Series products that just came out, we have a bunch of new merch that's out. This is a color-changing mug when you drink coffee. That lion turns into a real lion. And then we have hoodies with Valuetainment Gold on it, the Gold Signature Series hat, shirts. I'm an entrepreneur. Anyways, we have a lot of items. They're selling out. If you want to take advantage of the Gold Signature Series, click here, place your order, sport your Valuetainment gear, and tag us with the hashtag Valuetainment.